trying to get in my mind, I lock the door and pass the key. Yeah. My mama said I rock like too much black, I might need me an exorcist. Let me shine forever. If it's time, I'm ready. I might turn up no edit. Think this heaven forever. 10 floors up, we on the 5th level. Getting cash forever. Forever.
And I wanna get me forever. And I wanna get me forever. And I wanna get me forever. Yeah, she checking that. She like a earthquake. I know what's never say never. But I couldn't be like you, I could never. He said he couldn't meet a like me, he could never. It's hard to say loyal to you when she looking at me in that way.
Yo, me that like me, you can never. Yo, me that like me, you can never. Yo, me that like how I might never. Yo, shot it right forever.
Yeah, this for the culture. Gotta keep it straight like Gibraltar or the crease upon jeans with Travolta. We was dancing like machines at JB. Cape up on his shoulders or the Mike Prince pulled up out the holster. Same tree, it represent blackness from the passage. The past is alive and well, surprising like magic. The ultimate is classic. Now I ain't reading.
This does.
I simply put some spinners on it and begin to peel. So many layers to my, we make a static from a static when we interfere. To be the leader means you never see the vision clear. Too busy blazing for the followers to get the steal. I'm the smoke for all creators who ain't getting the deal. The culture first, if you foreign to it, it's the real.
The starting lineup for the visiting Utah Jazz. At center, Naz Reid. At small forward, Asar Thompson. At shooting guard, C.J. McCollum. At the other guard position, Tyrese Maxey. At the other forward position, Anthony Davis. The head coach of the visiting team is Will Harvey.
It's live coverage of the NBA on Monday night. Thank you for joining us here on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Utah Jazz going up against the Dallas Mavericks at the American Airlines Center. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And giving us the rundown from the sideline, David Aldridge. And a moment to check out now what Utah has coming up. On Tuesday, they'll go up against Russell Westbrook and the Sacramento Kings. And then on Thursday, they'll be matching up with Andre Drummond and the San Antonio Spurs.
And you know, for that matchup with Denver, it's one that I'm curious about. It'll be the 6th contest on the season for them, and a game that should have a lot of great matchups.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Naz Reid out there with Anthony Davis. Then there's C.J. McCollum. Then there's Maxey. And it's Thompson in at the 3. And for the Mavericks, we've got Brandon Pajemski. Oubre out there with Antetokounmpo. Then there's Jalen Duren. And it's Giddey in at the point guard. Well, here we are, Greg, at the very start of the season, and many teams are still figuring things out.
And, Kevin, you can't take any of these lineups as final just yet. Coaches might keep trying some new things, tinkering a little bit, and these teams are very much works in progress.
And Giddey gets it to go.
And how about the body control? Giddey refusing to let the defense alter that shot.
And a wide open look for McCollum, and the 3 off target. And here are the Mavericks now. Pass to Antetokounmpo. It's up a 3. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
You can't give Giannis a good look from 3. He's really improved that part of his game.
McCollum outside. A 3 ball. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now here's Giddey. Plays it up off the glass.
Knows how to take advantage of his size.
Well, we know, G.A., the Mavs are so adept at punting the matchups they want. They're patient and methodical.
They never look like they're in a rush, right? Even when you send a double or trap the ball, the Mavs stay calm and know where to go. It's what makes slowing down their pick and roll so different.
Asking Oubre to help stretch the floor, and he delivered.
Here's Davis. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
And, you know, the guys on the bench have great confidence in themselves. And when their name was called, they were ready to compete and contribute.
And I thought that was going to drop. Looked good from here.
Not sure what he was thinking about with that pass. Just sailed it right out of bounds.
Exum, he's checked in for Thompson. Utah has gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Giddey with it. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Maxey grabs the miss. For Utah, they've gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them.
A smart pass by C.J. McCollum. I mean, he's got an eye for dropping down.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust.
Okay, that's it. Get up and get ready for your season.
A different look for Dallas. Payne, he's checked in for Kelly Oubre. And it's Dosunmu in for Josh Giddey. Mavericks leading by 3. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. Fader on the way. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Giannis has got 5.
Major props to Antetokounmpo for skying up for the jump shot. I mean, he definitely feels at ease shooting because, quite honestly, there aren't many players in the league that can even come close to blocking his shots.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David O. David.
Kevin, thank you. The Utah Jazz last season became one of the first teams in the league to move their games to broadcast television. It's a gamble, but they just about tripled their reach. And with the rapid growth in the region, they have a chance to attract new fans. Kevin, no doubt, other NBA teams are keen to see how this goes.
Oh, David, no question at all. And we thank you for your report. And when you take a look at Jalen Duren, a big man, Greg, who seems to get better each and every season.
Well, you know, he averaged a double-double in his second season. I especially like how hard he goes after rebounds. This guy has a bright future in this league.
Here's Dosunmu. That one's in his first shot this game.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possession.
Now, here's Maxey. No scoring in this one. The 11-footer. And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
Recognize that space given, and Maxey pulled up in the mid-range for the bucket.
Here's Payne. A three-pointer is right on target.
Outstanding start from three-point range. Their shooters are on fire.
It really makes them a hard team to guard because they space you out so well.
Now, here's Exum. 8 points his last outing. Shoots over Payne. Kicks it out to Maxey. Second shot opportunity. Misses from short range.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Exum's shot is off.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Here's Podziemski. And Dallas again with the bucket.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
And, you know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Here's Payne. Beats the buzzer. Wow!
Yeah, that's just an amazing way to get that ball off in time.
I agree. I mean, and to have the composure to lock in and get off a shot he feels confident about, that's good work.
The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Mavericks lead by 8. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. For those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Mavericks?
How about the ball movement so far? I mean, the unselfishness, everyone here just playing for one another, and that can be infectious.
You know, I also like the fact they've been really aggressive in attacking from behind the arc. They could do a lot of damage from there tonight.
And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Well, guys, teams are all grappling with this new CBA, especially the dreaded second apron. Fans possibly unclear on what it means. Honestly, even front offices are still navigating the complexities of the new restrictions. But basically, it has become harder for teams to spend big and acquire new players under the current systems. We'll see, guys, how this impacts everyone moving forward.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. Taking a look at the Jazz. We've got Dante Exum. Cullen is out there with Brogdon. Then it's Sadiq Bey.
You know, it hasn't been his best outing, but they still find themselves in the driver's seat here.
Brogdon kicks to Exum. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Giannis. Giannis has got 5 rebounds tonight. Well, Greg, over the last few seasons, one area of consistency for the Jazz has been their rebound.
Yeah, and they have some size, and they make controlling the boards a focal point. When you're playing Utah, you better be ready to put a body on somebody.
Thompson, he's checked in for the Jazz. Jazz trail by 8. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. The Jazz working the ball around now. And McCollum with the slam.
And how about the vertical McCollum has? He may have even surprised himself there.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over.
Here they come, your G-Town crew.
Utah making a change here. Maxi's checked in. With a pause in the action, let's show you the teams that were best from the line last season. The Jazz, number 1.
You know, they made that a point of emphasis a season ago. I mean, they spent a lot of time in practice drilling their free throws, and I think it really paid off with the best percentage in the league.
Mavericks leading by 6. Pass to Sasser. There's the triple. Thompson with the rebound. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for the Utah Jazz. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Last outing for Utah, it was a loss to the Warriors.
I mean, they went into that one with the thought that they may have a chance. No.
It wasn't pretty. That's definitely the case. I mean, I know they'd like to scrub that game from their memories and actually erase it from the hard drive.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, Giannis Antetokounmpo is not one to puff out his chest and chase accolades. He said, I put the work in. That's how I get my confidence. I don't follow the media or my stats. What I know is that I put the work in. I try to be the best version of myself.
3 points.
And that focus has served him well. Kevin?
It has. You know, his dedication, David, unquestioned. We appreciate your report. This team has handed a lot of responsibility to Tyrese Maxey, but Greg, he's lived up to it.
And has grown very well into his role with the team. Shown that he can be a scorer all over the floor. Amazing to think how far he's come in such a short amount of time.
And it's good, 2 points.
No defensive pressure at all. I mean, that's not going to get it done against him.
Mavericks leading by 9. From deep, Giannis. That shot, no good. Jazz have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. And Thompson slams it home.
And his athleticism is really off the charts. Love seeing Thompson punching home like that.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. Dallas has gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo.
4th and fewest turnovers. And also, they were in the top 10 when it came to fast break points. You had to be ready to get back in a hurry, or this team would run it down your throat.
And, Greg, what stands out to me the most is their turnover ranking. They were never careless with the ball, never played out of control. Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Robinson Earls checked in for Antetokounmpo. Kelly Oubre comes in for Otto Porter Jr. And it's Brandon Pajemski in for Marcus Sasser. Then for the Jazz, Davis is checked in for Exum. And Malcolm Brogdon subbed in for C.J. McCollum. And Will Hardy calls timeout here. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Checked in for Jeremiah Robinson Earl. Now that we have a chance, let's go to the 2K leaderboard and reveal last season's top shot blockers. Fourth, Anthony Davis.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
Thompson outside. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
Well, you look at these role players the Mavs have, Clark. They've done a great job.
They really have, Kevin. I mean, the front office identified who the players were that could best play with their core stars. Needed defenders and guys that could catch and shoot the three. They went out and loaded up the roster with those perfectly fitting role players.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team. That's why they're ahead. That is how you use the shot fake, folks.
Jazz trail by 10. Maxey passes to Brogdon. Going inside.
And here's a look at some numbers for Malcolm Brogdon. Last year, getting it done. Averaged about 15 points a game last season, 5 assists and 3 rebounds. And you talk about guys who just have a nose for putting up points. He is one of them.
Yeah, he sure is, and he rarely has back-to-back bad games. If he has an off night, he usually follows that up with a big night.
That free throw good from Brogdon. You know, Greg, thinking back to the glory days in Utah, they went to back-to-back finals in 97 and 98.
Unfortunately, though, Kevin, that Stockton-Malone era, they just couldn't overcome the dynastic Bulls. The Jazz still searching for that first NBA title.
Reed, he's checked in for Utah. McCollum comes in for Maxey. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. And you know, Clark, you look at the switch the Mavericks hit last year. This is a team that has certainly bought in.
It's pretty clear, Kevin. They believe in their coach, and they know they can make it to the finals now. They look to empower one another. They play as more than the sum of their parts, that's for sure. A well-oiled, cohesive group.
Here's Thompson. And Jones pulls it down. And so it's Oubre with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Minnesota, where they'll take on the Timberwolves. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip.
Oubre not taking no for an answer there was not going to be denied. Right through the defender.
Here's McCollum. And it goes for the 5th time in 10 shots for him this game.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Lobbed up there for Thompson. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Just 4 seconds left here in the second. Podziemski. And that comes off the assist by Giddey. Podziemski's got the lead up to 13 now for the man. And so it's down. 13 points up at the end of the period. And if they keep draining the threes like they've been so far, their lead is safe. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. AD, you see how they're playing you in the first half. What's the adjustment going to be?
So, we got to come out with a great intensity, and it starts in warm-up. So, we got to come out with a great intensity, great mindset, and try to go out there and win the third quarter.
I have never heard anyone say it starts in warm-ups until now. Thanks, AD. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fans' half-court shot. Ooh, they're measuring up the shot. One more time, a huge round of applause for our contestants.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action from the first half, a brief overview of some upcoming games.
When I look at the Mavericks, you can already see they have the makings of a good team, but they also have things to iron out.
Splitting the first two games, this next one could indicate which direction they're headed. Let's move on now to that first half we were watching. A brutal game so far for the Jazz.
They're within striking distance. They've done a few good things out there, but rebounding is not one of them, Shaq.
Probably the difference in the game, which I'm sure Coach is reminding them of. Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. You know, C.J. McCollum has been exceptional here, guys.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through two quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Podziemski out there with Cameron Payne. And then there's Antetokounmpo. Then there's Oubre. And it's Duren in at the pivot, manning the middle. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Jason Kidd.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Here's Payne. That one drops for him. Payne's got the first points of the second half here for Dallas.
Decision-making of Giannis Antetokounmpo, I mean, he seems to improve on his passing every season, which is impressive.
Pass to Thompson. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide-open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
Oubre passes to Duren. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so one free throw coming up.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Josh Giddey's checked in for Dallas. On the free throw, no good. Well, there's no question, and he welcomes this, that Anthony Davis shoulders a heavy load on the defensive end.
And he should, and he does. I mean, he's a true anchor. He protects the rim. He can guard out on the perimeter. He communicates well. He's got an excellent basketball IQ. And he's a guy that can cover up a lot of mistakes from his teammates. Well, most games he can knock it down from deep, but it just isn't there for him in this one.
Here's Maxey. Gets it to go from 8 feet. Maxey's got 9.
With the speed at which Maxey plays, that pull-up is almost impossible to deal with.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy.
Keep on dancing. Here we go. You gotta dance like everyone's watching. Let's see it.
Sasser comes in for Brandon Pajemski. And Cameron Payne subbed in for Josh Giddey.
Cameron Payne.
Mavericks leading by 13. Pass to Sasser. Fires the 3. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Thompson passes to Reed. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
Wow, Giannis with a strong finish inside.
When it comes to stuffing the stat sheet, Antetokounmpo does it very well in just about every category. But his greatest strength is he's a dominant scorer.
Maxey, no good. For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. To the middle, here's Giannis. Utah with the rebound. They host the Kings after this game. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. And Davis throws it down.
Boy, there's not a better target in all of the NBA than Davis for the alley-oop.
And so it's Payne with it. He'll bring it up for Dallas. 17 points was their biggest margin. Misses, and he wants that one back.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Sasser with it. He's covered by Maxey. Sasser gets the bucket. Here's Maxey. He's got 9. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. A 3 from McCollum. It's rebounded by Dallas. Giannis has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Payne dishes to Antetokounmpo. Over Maxey. And Antetokounmpo with the basket on the assist from Payne. Antetokounmpo's got 14. Clark, what in the world is left for Giannis to accomplish at this point?
You know, Kevin, I don't know, quite honestly. I mean, perhaps more championships or MVPs. He's really done it all. Maybe a scoring title. But whatever he does from this point on, it's only going to add to what's been a Hall of Fame career. Giannis's teammates know he's selfless. He's going to get the ball to the open guy, and it's on you to find your shot.
No one near Maxey as he lets it fly. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
They have been board dominant in this.
again, it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
They get the rebound, and it's Davis with the jam.
Always among the lead leaders in throwdowns. AD's tough around that rack.
Mavericks leading by 16. The tray. Another three for Dallas.
Yes, I got trophy.
They're finding holes now in the D.
Here's Maxey. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Maxey's got 6 points in the quarter.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
Here's Payne. And it's Antetokounmpo picking up the assist. Antetokounmpo's got 4 assists in the game. Now here's McCollum. 13 points in the game. Takes the three. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
This is the kind of scoring punch that McCollum can provide. He gets it done at all 3 levels.
Oubre for 3. And the 3 ball is good. Oubre's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
.11 seconds left to play here in the 3rd. Maxey, no good. And here is Dosunmu. Gets it off. And as we conclude the 3rd quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Mavericks ahead, just dominating this one. And 4th quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. A chance now to hear Jason Kidd talking to his team moments ago.
We got some great looks. Defensively, we're getting stops too.
Now the words of Jason Kidd in that huddle moments ago. Happy with the way his team is performing, hoping they can maintain the momentum they've captured.
Well, I mean, they're working together on both ends of the floor and doing a great job of playing at their pace.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Taking a look at the Jazz. Thompson is out there with Exum. Then there's Maxey. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. Nice shot by Thompson. Mavericks leading by 15. Here's Robinson Earl. Again the miss by the Mavericks. Now Exum. It's rebounded by Dallas. Giannis has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Here's Dosunmu. Off target from 3-point range. Jazz trail by 15. Exum finds Thompson. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Giannis has got 11 rebounds in the game. Lets the 3 fly. And there's the bucket from Dosunmu.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Well, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Mavericks have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the 4th. A lot of this is just the one make. And that one's good out of the Kumbo.
Another night we see Giannis at his best. This defense doesn't have a clue as to how to guard him.
And Bill Hardy calls timeout here. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. The Jazz making a switch here. Davis kicks to Reed. A three from McCollum. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. They lead by 20. It's the most we've seen. Over to the left wing. Here's Duran. Connects on the 17-footer.
And nice job taking what the defenders gave him. But these guys need a gut check right now.
Well, that's exactly the kind of defense that's gotten them into the hole.
A three from McCollum. It's rebounded by Dallas. Giannis is pass to Giddey. Over Maxey. And Dallas again with the bucket.
And letting his offense come to him naturally. Good seeing Giddey take and make those kinds of shots.
Now Maxey. And here's McCollum for three. Sasser with the rebound.
You know, he's just chucking it up from distance this quarter. If you're going to do this, especially in the second half, you better make it.
And Giddey gets it to go.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
And with that one, he halts an 11-0 run by the Mavs.
Puts up a deep three. Antetokounmpo, no good.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
Here's Dosunmu. Here's Duran. C.J. McCollum with the rebound. Utah has gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Dallas.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
Yeah, I don't think it'll play out quite that simply, though. The team coming out on the losing end of game 1 is just that much more motivated to get even in game 2 and 3. So I think the edge goes to the losing team.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Giannis.
Yeah, and he was aggressive rebounding the ball tonight. I think his aggressiveness on the glass helped set the tone.
Duran, and another basket for Dallas.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
And Davis gets it to go.
Love the readiness of AD. He's already prepared himself to shoot before receiving the ball.
And it's good off the back rim and in.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
Guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
Here's Giddey. Sinks the three-pointer.
And not a guy who takes a ton of threes, but Giddey can knock them down if you let him.
McCollum outside. And there's the defensive 3-second call.
Utah ball. Tyrese Maxey, 1 shot.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And we've got David Aldridge standing by on our sideline with the player of the game. David, it's all yours.
Thanks very much. Giannis, a dominant performance. What is the level that this team is playing at?
It's amazing, man. I think the whole group, the whole team played hard. The whole team was ready. Everybody stepped up. And, you know, this is what makes the average team from a great team or a good team.
I know you guys are looking for great and not good. Congrats on the win. Back to you guys.
Thank you for that, David. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.